Long ago, in the city of Onitsha, there lived a young man named Afam. Afam is a poor lawyer and the son of Mr. Ikenna. Mr. Ikenna, his father, is a businessman but not very wealthy. Afam met his first love, Chinaza, in school. They were so in love with each other and accepted to get married. Chinaza's parents are very wealthy people in Onitsha. They deal with importing and exporting of electronic materials, and they were bringing their containers big and large. Afam and Chinaza got married. Though Chinaza's parents didn't like Afam, they always referred to him as a gold digger and even turned him to their servant. They always ordered him around, telling him he's nothing but a wretched human being. Afam was so heartbroken, but he didn't know what to do. He had to stay back in the marriage because of the love he had for Chinaza. But one day, Afam had a scandal about bribery from his fame. Chinaza's father, who did not even wait to listen to Afam's side of the story, he didn't even wait to understand if Afam was innocent or not, quickly brought a divorce form and ordered Chinaza and Afam to sign it and told them that the moment they were done, that they should part ways. Afam was heartbroken. He couldn't believe that Chinaza's father was going to do that to them. And he could not also believe that Chinaza could not even fight for their love. Chinaza stood there looking at her father while her father ordered them to sign the divorce paper. Afam started drinking and misbehaving. He was found in every bar in Onitsha, humanizing with every skinny human being he saw. He was so upset, so angry, but he didn't know what to do. He couldn't pick up the pieces of his life. His father, Mr. Ikenna, found out about all Afam was doing after the divorce and decided to send him out of Onitsha, hoping that sending him out of Onitsha was going to make Afam to get a better life for himself. So his father sent him to a different state, being Abuja, so that Afam could start over. Afam, with the help of his mother's sister, Auntie Eliza, got a job in a big law firm. The firm was the biggest paying law firm in Abuja. Afam was so excited. Afam, who after getting the job got a promotion within 6 months. Afam started dealing with money as Afam won most of his cases. The truth about his previous case came to limelight and he was innocent. So his cases were obviously won at every court. Afam became a big shark. He was that lawyer that everybody wanted him to handle their cases. Afam was so excited. Afam, who also met a very nice person named Chima. Chima was like the brother he never had. Chima was always with him all through the way of his journey. Chima is also a lawyer. Chima is also good at his job, but Afam was the best. Afam, still in love with Chinaza, was looking for Chinaza in every girl he met in the city of Abuja. Whenever he went out to the bar, whatsoever girl he met, he was looking for the features of Chinaza and the character of Chinaza in every single girl. Afam found it so difficult to settle down as he couldn't get over his ex-wife, Chinaza. Chima, who advised him to quit drinking and humanizing and start going to church, and told him he might probably find a wonderful soul in church, someone who is way better than Chinaza. So Afam accepted and started going to church. And he was even an usher in the church. And he also contributed greatly to the growth of God's work. Afam was so excited because being an usher, he used it to check every single girl that he ushered to a seat, checking their character, their future, if they were like his ex-wife, Chinaza. One day he met a beautiful girl who is a chef. Her name is Ndidi Amaka. Ndidi Amaka also attends his church. Ndidi Amaka was a replica of Chinaza. She was tall, beautiful, tiny waist, spoke elegantly. Afam was so excited. In his mind, he has found his missing Chinaza. He never knew that Chinaza had remarried and had moved on with his life. But Afam was hell bent on finding Chinaza in every lady he saw. After they talked for a long period of time, getting to know each other, Ndidi and Afam got married. Ndidi was so excited to be married to Afam. Afam was a loving man. Afam cared for her. Afam bought her beautiful gifts. After they were done with their wedding and had returned back home from honeymoon, Ndidi noticed that Afam had shopped lots of clothes for her. She was so grateful. When she tried them on, she found out that most of the clothes Afam had gotten for her wasn't her style. They were a bit revealing, but she agreed to put them on since it was gotten for her by her husband. Afam treated Ndidi like Chinaza. He bought Ndidi all he and Chinaza ever spoke about while they were still married. Ndidi was confused. 80% of the things Afam bought for her are things they haven't spoken about yet. She thought to herself, is he treating me like his ex-girlfriends? Or is he treating me like his mother? Why buy things for me without knowing if they are my type of things or if I genuinely like them? Why not ask me before buying me things? But indeed, they never questioned Afam. As her friends told her, she was lucky to have a man who spends on her without even asking. Most of her friends told her, do you know I have to plead with my husband before he could even give me the least 5,000 naira? And here you are, sitting at the comfort of your house. You don't even need to raise your hand, and your husband lavishes you with so much gifts. My dear, you are lucky. Didi felt probably he was buying all those gifts because he genuinely cared about me and maybe did not know how to ask what I really like. So Ndidi decided to tell him what she likes, hoping that Afam would buy those things that she liked. But Afam never listened to all she said. Instead, he increased the level of buying the things Chinaza loved, the type of shoe Chinaza loved, the type of bracelets Chinaza loved. Ndidi was confused. How can my husband not listen to what I have to say? Even during love making, he slept with her the same way Chinaza enjoyed it. He even asked Ndidi to mourn loud to his hearing without even caring if she was enjoying the love making or not. Didi was lost and confused. Her marriage is just 1 year, but it was going down the drain as she wasn't even enjoying anything in the marriage. She was living like a robot in her own home. After who picks her up after he closes from work every day, taking her to expensive dinner in Abuja. In his words, most time when they converse, now I am rich and I can afford to get you whatsoever you want and buy you whatsoever you need. Babe, I would take you around the world, Afam will always tell Ndidi Amaka. Ndidi Amaka was confused. She thought to herself, you have always had money from the moment I got married to you. Why are you using the word now that I am rich? But she didn't know how to ask him. She just told herself, probably he's mistaken or he thinks I'm one of his ex-girlfriends. But she still wasn't comfortable with it because she asked, why will he refer to me like his ex-girlfriend? That particular evening, Afam bought exactly what Ndidi loves to eat during the dinner. exactly her kind of rice, the kind of turkey she wants. He specifically told the chef to grill it to Ndidi's taste. Ndidi was over the moon. She felt like Afam had started listening to her. She felt loved again. She had butterflies over her stomach. The candle lights, the entrance of the dining was to perfection of her taste. That night, when they got home, while making love, Ndidi was happy. So she was in the mood for everything. Ndidi, who was so excited about the way the dinner went, during their love making at night, Ndidi was on the mood. She did everything she could to have it her way this time around. And out of excitement, Ndidi reached her peak. Afam was so excited. Afam screamed out of joy, "That's my Naza baby!" Ndidi heard those words loud and clear, but she didn't question him. She just quickly washed up and went to bed. The next day, she decided to speak to Chima about it. She wanted to know if her husband, Afam, was cheating on her in any way. Chima revealed to Ndidi that Afam isn't cheating on her. That Afam is actually a loving person, but Afam is still in love with his ex-wife. He also explained to Ndidi everything that transpired and how it ended with his ex-wife. Ndidi started crying as she now understood that Afam married her because she had the same futures as Chinaza, his ex-wife. So I am Chinaza to him, she thought to herself. What am I supposed to do? I can't even explain this to my parents as they won't even understand. How can I be married to a man who doesn't see me as who I am but sees me as another person? When Afam came back home that evening, Ndidi confronted him, but Afam did not listen to whatsoever she had to say. He told her, "It's in your head. You're the one thinking all those rubbish. You're my wife and I love you. That's all that matters. So where is all this Chinaza coming from?" Ndidi looked at him and told him, "Are you trying to deny that you did not mention her name last night?" But Afam told her, "I did not. I don't know where you're getting all this from." Ndidi said, "No problem." She packed her things and told him, "I need to clear my head because for all I see, you are in love with someone else and not me. You're still in love with someone else and it's affecting our home." She packed all her belongings and went to her best friend's house, Ogi. When she got to Ogi's house, with tears in her eyes, she explained to Ogi everything that was happening in her home. But Ogi couldn't help as she didn't want to get involved with married people's drama. She told Ndidi to think about it and whatsoever her heart tells her that she should do. Ndidi, who was still in love with Afam, not because of the monetary gift, but because Afam is nice. Afam is also a dedicated Christian, but he was just so obsessed with his ex-wife. She lived and breathed exactly the way Afam wanted it, but she never knew that all she was doing, trying to make her husband happy, was she walking in the footsteps of his ex-wife. Afam kept on visiting Ogi's house countless times, begging Ndidi to return back home, pleading with Ndidi that he is a changed person and he genuinely loves her for who she is. But Ndidi was too scared and confused to return back to Afam. She didn't know if she was returning back to him as Ndidi or returning back to him as Chinaza. She wanted to think it all before going back to him. This is based on a true life story. As you well know, this is your favorite storyteller, Zika. Please do not forget to like, comment, share your thoughts as the owner of this story is waiting for you in the comment section and she really wants to know what to do next. She doesn't want to return back to him just to be heartbroken or not returning back to him and regret it much later in life. Please share your thoughts, please. I'm begging you, as she's waiting down and hoping that she gets a positive answer from you. Please, till we meet again in our next. Bye for now.